All right, everybody, this is fresh off the presses. It's Tuesday, November 5th, and yes, that's election day. But what we're going to be looking at is super microcomputers. You can see their 10-year monthly chart right here. Here's the 1 year. Now, what's the deal with super micro? Let's just see what ChatGPT had to say about it. I asked, tell me about the super microcomputers scandal. Okay, well, Hindenburg Research Report. I'm pretty sure Hindenburg Research is one of those firms that specializes in targeting companies they think are due for a really dramatic downturn. And then they kind of come up with like a really, really bearish sort of like secret report and then release it and hope to make money off of what they feel is an obvious kind of like reason for shares to slide and stuff like that. The thing that they honed in on was accounting related, like auditing and financial statements and stuff like that. Delayed financial filings. Now I think last quarter they didn't file their stuff on time or something, like they were maybe really late. By the way, if you haven't checked it out yet, check out earnings.cc. So for example, super microcomputers, check out these timestamps over here, guys. But as you can see, like, this is really fresh off the Trump media. Maybe we'll look at those later. Dang, where's super micro? Super micro. They're on here somewhere, folks. I'm gonna quit screwing around here and just go like this. There's super micro. See? So this is where I took it from, right? So this was just like less than an hour ago. I've been reading it for half an hour. But yeah, so let's just go on to see what else ChatGPT says. So, not submitting their reports, right? So this was the annual. Their annual closed like June 30th. Okay, let's actually just look them up real quick. SEC company search. Let's just see what SMCI. There you go. Okay, so when was it? When did they submit their 10? Oh, come on. What is this? Okay, so when did they submit their 10K? Ooh, there it is. Let's just read that real quick, because I don't see another 10K here, folks. Like, I don't see anything submitted after this. That means that they still haven't submitted their 10K. Okay, this one is from today that we're gonna look at real quick here. Financial statements. I got to admit, folks, I haven't looked through these reports. It could be that their annuals are in there in some form or another. Notice of late filing, Form 10K, that's your annual. See, like, this is serious stuff. Anyways, let's close that up and let's see what else ChatGPT has to say. Department of DOJ investigation. Okay, September 2024 initiated a prelim investigation. Practices, potential violations, Hindenburg report. So again, they're referencing the accounting practices. Okay, so Ernst & Young, their auditor in October 2024. So presumably this would be as a result of whatever was provided to Ernst & Young for the annual 10K ending June 30th, because in October 2024, Ernst & Young resigned as the what they do. Okay, real good. Special committee appointed by the board. Preliminary financial information. Okay, so their trying to settle the markets down a little bit with some financials. So let's just take a quick look. So for the quarter ended, okay, so we've got Super Micro here. Let's just zoom in here a little bit, folks, so everybody can see. Maybe we'll zoom in some more. So you can see revenue is in the range of like 2 to 4 billion, 15 billion for the trailing 12 months. Still didn't report anything for that final quarter of their last fiscal year. And net income in the range of, let's call it a quarter to a half a billion. Okay, so what are they talking about here? They're talking about sales in the range of 6 billion compared to 6 billion from the guidance. Okay, so they're down about a billion, from about 15% from their guidance, or 15% from the top end. Gross margins at 13%, whatever. So they're basically trying to cool down the narrative after, all those dirty words were said. But you can see right here that they're operating in a similar range to what has been reported in the past. What else did they say? The guidance, net sales. Okay, so they're providing guidance. Okay, so this is the important part. Update from the independent special committee. In response to information that was brought to the attention of the audit committee, the special committee has today provided the following statement to Supermacro, but has not otherwise provided blah blah blah. The special committee has completed its investigation based on initial concerns raised by Ernst Young. 3-month investigation, independent counsel. Audit committee has acted independently and no evidence of fraud or misconduct on the part of management or board of directors. That doesn't mean the accounting department didn't make mistakes. That just means that there's no evidence of fraud or misconduct by management or the board of directors. They did indicate up here that stuff is subject to change. Form 10K update. Okay, so we saw that they've got nothing to show for their last fiscal year yet. Okay. Remains unable at this time to predict when it will be filled. Okay, so let's just take a quick look at something here. Okay, sorry folks, never mind. Let's go to this page. Yes, that's where I wanted to go. Okay, profile. Okay, so these guys are San Jose, California. That's Silicon Valley. Interesting. Okay, what else? What do we see here? Okay, 1993. Okay, you know what? I think we are going to check something out a little bit here. Let's look it up on Wikipedia. 1993. Yeah, in Texas, Taiwan. All right, okay. All right. Let's keep reading up on this stuff. So they don't know when they're going to file their annual. Like, they can't predict. So clearly they don't know. Either they don't want to report what they know, or they don't know what they know and what they don't know. Well, like one or the other. From my perspective, right? Nasdaq compliance. Okay, so in order to be listed on like the New York Stock Exchange or the Nasdaq, you have to be able to provide financial statements. Now, if you guys have been following the trade wars with the US and China, you may have noticed that many Chinese companies have been delisted from the US exchanges. Now, the reason this has occurred is because they don't provide financial statements. They don't provide audited financial statements. They just keep providing like submissions of like notice of that we're not gonna meet the deadlines, and so eventually the deadlines come up and they get kicked off, right? So if you don't file your financial statements, the exchange will boot you. They will boot you. Okay, so Supermicro is right now trading at a market cap of 16 billion bucks, folks. 16 billion bucks. Okay. I don't own this stock, by the way, and I'm not planning on buying it, so, just disclosure, I guess. Yeah, so these guys they really don't have anything major to report except for some financial statements, like some statements of financial facts that they can't really substantiate with an actual report. So there you have it, folks. Fresh off the presses. Go check out earnings.cc. Oh, let's just take a quick look at Donald Trump's company real quick. I mean, after all, it is the election. This will be interesting. Trump Media and Technology Group. Like, that is his, isn't it? This is the one, right? TMTG. Let's find out. TMTG. Trump Media. Yeah, it is. DJT. There you go. Let's see what this guy's got to say for himself. DJT. DJT. Huh. Well, the stock performance is generally bullish. $7 billion market cap. Okay, let's see. Okay, so no debt, 673 million cash. Okay, so that's about shareholders, investors. Okay. Operating loss of 24 million and a net loss of 20 million. 12 million in legal fees. 4 million in R&D. 1 million in revenue. 5 million in interest income. I mean, it's still real early in the game, folks, but that doesn't smell like a successful media company just yet. Alright, so that's it. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Oh, make sure you hit those buttons.